Today we're making a recipe we found over on the Masterbuilt website, Redneck Ribs. You can see I've got one rack of St. Louis style ribs here. I am going to use a binder today. We'll use a little mustard. You don't need a lot. You don't have to use a binder. I'll put a little bit of this mustard on both sides of these guys. Now, I did already remove the membrane. There's other videos we have, as well as probably 100 others out there on YouTube, if you want to see how to remove the membrane. Alright, now for this rub, the original recipe over at Masterbuilt called for salt, pepper, onion, and garlic. But in the spirit of true southern redneck, hillbilly, whatever you want to call it, I don't know the difference between those two, but I'm sure I'm both. I'm going to use this peach rub. It's a running wild peach rub, and I'll show you later when we make this barbecue sauce. We're actually going to use some peach jelly in it. So this is a new one. Let me get it opened up here. And what I'm going to do is season both sides of this, and then we'll get over to the Masterbuilt Smoker and talk about how we're going to smoke these guys. Alright, you can see my Masterbuilt is set on 220. That's just the time there. I just set it for 7 hours. We won't need to cook 7 hours. But it's set at 220, and you can see actually the temperature inside this guy right now is around 235. I'm okay with cooking this anywhere from 225 to 235. Now, the other thing we're doing today is I'm going to use this Gourmet Wood Chips peach wood chips in this Masterbuilt. We use the peach rub, we're using peach wood chips, and then as I mentioned, when we make this glaze, we're actually going to have peach jelly in it. It's been 3 hours. We're going to get these ribs out. Okay, we're going to get them wrapped up. Okay. Just going to fold these guys up a little bit. Going to put a little bit of apple juice. I think I got about a quarter cup here. Okay. Just going to wrap these guys up real tight. Get them back in that smoker. And let them go another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. What I'm going to do actually is after 1 hour, I'll start the sauce. To make this redneck barbecue sauce, you probably have everything already either in your fridge or your pantry. We've got a half a cup of ketchup. We got some steak sauce. You like A1, use A1. I happen to have Ring of Fire. You need some peach jelly. You can't find peach, then use apple. And then we've got some brown sugar. So it's a pretty simple recipe. Now, I've got this burner set on medium-low right now. Or I should say, I'm going to set this burner on medium-low. Okay, so we've got our ketchup in here. All right. Now the next thing you want is about a quarter cup of your steak sauce. Like I said, you want to use A1, use A1. I like this Ring of Fire. I'm not a big steak sauce guy to start with, but I do keep it because I do like it. And then quarter cup of brown sugar. And then we want about a half a cup of apple jelly. This is 11 ounces. Look, I'm just going to eyeball it. Of course, you can measure yours out if that's what you want to do, but trust me, 1 or 2 ounces either way is not going to matter. If I said apple jelly, I'm sorry. The original recipe called for apple jelly over at the Masterbuilt website. As I mentioned earlier, we're using a peach rub, peach wood, and then I'm using peach jelly. So what we want to do is that, you can see that, the jelly is not melted yet. We just want to heat this over medium-low. We want to get that brown sugar all dissolved, and we want to get this jelly all blended in, so it looks like a nice glaze. I suspect this will take about 5-6 minutes. Our sauce is just about there, and I probably should clarify one thing. I am using a peach pepper jelly, but that's not required. I mean, we don't have any regular jellies in our house. Everything we have is some sort of a pepper jelly, whether it's strawberry pepper jelly, peach, or whatever. So mine will have a little bit of spice, but like I say, you don't have to have pepper jelly. You can just use regular old peach jelly, or like we said, apple if you can't find peach. And get this glaze on. Okay, we've let it go 2 more hours, and we want to get these ribs out and start saucing them, okay? Let's get them over here and get them unwrapped out of this foil. Okay, these ribs are ready now. You could eat them, okay? We want to sauce them. We want to use that redneck sauce we made. So, just going to paint some sauce on the top of these guys. Once I get them all sauced up, I'm going to close this Masterbuilt Smoker back up. We're probably going to let it go 15-30 minutes, just long enough where this sauce kind of sets on these ribs. And I'm telling you, I just felt them, and you could eat them right now. Okay? I'm looking forward to this. Homemade sauce. I usually use a bottled sauce, as you guys know. Alright, let's get it closed up, and we'll be back, like I said, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. It's been another 30 minutes. We got our redneck ribs out. Hey, how about just for some color? You know, we use that peach jelly, peach wood from Georgia. I know these aren't Vidalia onions, but they're onions. Just to give it a little color, right? Okay, it's Saturday night. I got some redneck ribs here. I'm sure you can hear my neighbor mowing the grass. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. We're going to give these guys a try. These are fall off the bone tender. I can tell you that right now. Okay, I mean fall off the bone tender. Let's give one of these a try. You get a very light smoke from that peach wood. I can taste in the very background of that barbecue sauce, the steak sauce. I wouldn't have known it was steak sauce if you made it and gave it to me. But because I made it, I can taste it. These ribs are really good. Now, there's not much of a smoke ring. You'll never get much of a smoke ring in a Masterbuilt Smoker. It's just the way it is. It doesn't change the flavor. But those are some delicious wings. I mean, not wings. Delicious ribs. Saturday night, I'm eating redneck ribs, drinking some Kentucky bourbon. Hey, I hope you hit that armadillo pepper subscribe button up there in the corner if you're not a subscriber already. Thanks for watching another one of our videos.